Hello, welcome everyone to this conversation. So we are going to have these career success conversations with people who have experienced coaching with us, who have taken career coaching journey with us. And today I'm very happy to have Parth on this show and looking forward to this conversation with you, Parth. Uh,
Yes, sir. Thank
Parth,
you.
sure, right? It's a pleasure to have you. It's
It's a
Sunday
pleasure
morning.
for me as well, sir.
Right. So it's Sunday morning, almost afternoon now.
Yeah.
So thank you for taking out time also for this conversation. Uh,
Anything for you, and you know it.
Thank you. That means a lot. So Parth, let's start. Let's begin with if you can share with us. Of course, I know you, but for people who are watching this video, it will be very good for them to understand who you are, what is your background, what is your career journey has been. If you can share that with us.
Okay. So, as you know, and for everyone to know, I'm a hotel management graduate. I passed out in the year of 2012, and after I passed out, I was working for like 3, 4 big MNC hotels. For example, Holiday Inn, Marriott, and with time, I also have the chance to work for Radisson Blue and other topmost chains. I have worked in other all the departments like in hotel, like front office, food and beverage, right, housekeeping. So it was like 3, 4 years of my life. I worked there. I worked there, wearing all the formal attires which you get to see in a five-star hotel. The people, fully shaved, clean. You have to talk very articulately. You have to articulate the things properly, and also you have to behave very patiently with people and all, right? Even if you're in a bad mood, still you have to act in a very calm and proper way. So it was kind of a 4 years, so I've worked there, and I felt great. But at the same time, actually, I was also not being me myself, because I'm not that kind of a person. So after working there as a front office assistant front office manager, which was my last position, I shifted to teaching. Actually, I shifted to teaching in the year of 2000, around 16, 15, 16, and then I saw some students. I interacted with students, and it gave me great pleasure again to work with them, the new generation. I mean, I came, I taught there, but also I came to learn a lot of things from them, the new batch, the new generation. And then what happened is that after 2 years, even working there, after 2 years or 3 years, in around 2018 or 19, I felt, I need to change my job again. I was not feeling okay. I was not getting a good vibe actually. I was not getting a good feeling कि चलो आज ऑफिस जाते हैं या आज उनको पढ़ाते हैं, मतलब वो मन से आ नहीं रहा था मतलब. So I thought कि no, something is wrong, something is horribly wrong, because I am not getting a satisfaction inside me. Inner peace नहीं था मतलब अंदर. So and like till that point I didn't know that like coaching is actually the coaching, the word coaching or the coach actually does exist. हाँ, mentors होते हैं बहुत, या कोई कंपनी है वगैरह वगैरह जो like they'll tell you कि ये करो वो करो. So I got frustrated to such an extent that I thought nahi aur nahi hoga, let me take a sabbatical for around 1 year or something. So after 8, 9 months, and after working for continuous 7, 8 years of your life, and then you take a sudden sabbatical, 8, 9 months is not a good thing actually. You get all negative thoughts, vibes कि आपका सब कुछ खत्म हो चुका है. Now you are just आपका कुछ नहीं हो सकता and all that. So all that frustration I took out. I was bad. I was rude with my own parents, with people, because I didn't know what to do myself. So then I saw my I thought of getting a career coach. Then I searched Google. I thought कि देखो क्या है क्या नहीं है. So after around 15, 20 days of search, I found you, and it was really good. I spoke to you, and I remember the first conversation. Actually, I didn't know what to say to you. Because you asked me, the first question is that what are you expecting from this coaching, and I didn't know कि मेरे को क्या expect करना है. मुझे बस कोई हाथ पकड़ के नैया पार करा दो, मतलब ये था मेरा. तो
Yeah,
you know that, right? So
yeah.
that's my story from there on with you, and then the coaching journey. So uh, the in short, if I say, I obviously, as people, we have perception, and we think about some things ki aisa hoga, ye hoga. But in my 10 sessions of my coaching around 4-5 months, जो मैंने सोचा था कुछ भी वैसा नहीं हुआ, पूरा उल्टा उल्टा भी हुआ, और बहुत कुछ नया सीखने को मिला. And my perception was completely changed from top to bottom, right? It was never the same again. So yeah, that's the journey, and glad that I know you.
Right. Thanks, Parth. Thank you. So sharing your journey, before we met and before we started our coaching journey path. So one thing which our viewers would like to know is that you come from Guwahati, right? A very special place in India. You come from that place, and Parth, you have worked across different industries, as you shared. Um, you have worked in hospitality, you have done teaching for students, you have done that. I also know that you have done sales, you have
Which I
also
hated
run,
much.
which you did not like much. I also know that you and one of your friends, you ran a travel agency also,
Exactly. It was a startup,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it was a startup that you ran. So you have done many things, and I get that. And as you shared also, that you did all of these things, but something was missing for you.
Hmm.
That satisfaction that you were looking for, that was missing. And you were thinking like, what is happening with my career? You
Exactly.
tried different things and something was missing also. And I understand that when you take a sabbatical, when you take a gap, sometimes you get into that mode of doubting yourself, that what is happening to me, what is happening to my career, things like that. So, and I also understand, like you said, that you did not know what to expect. So what was really, what was really the trigger point that uh, that moved you to take that action to go to Google and search for a coach? What was there a trigger point at all?
I won't say it is actually a trigger point,
Okay.
but I would say that, in my opinion, or in my head rather, I saw it as a one-way ride. I mean, either I have to search someone who can really help me and understand me,
Mm-hmm.
or either I have to go back to the same circle or repeat the same things
Mm.
till eternity, or till I, like till I live. And
Okay.
I know that if I go back to the same circle, again
Mm.
after some period, I'll get the frustration back. So, without even thinking once or even twice, I just took the chance कि चलो ये last option है, देख लेते हैं.
Okay.
अगर सही होगा सही है, गलत होगा एक experience मिलेगा.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
that was my trigger point.
I got that. I got that part. So that was kind of leap of faith,
Exactly.
right? After we spoke, you took that leap of faith
Hmm.
to see, and you had come to that point that, okay, I need some guidance, mentoring at this, at direction at this juncture.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you were seeing that risk of going back to the old routine, which
Hmm.
you had already tried for many years. eight
Exactly.
years you
Hmm.
had tried that. So this was something, this was something as a hope, a ray of hope, as we say, uh, for you. So that is where you started, so that that everyone now has understood that this is where you started from. So how did the journey unfold for you from there on?
So, I cannot, it's impossible for me to summarize the whole journey in one, just one call or something.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir, it's just moving. Yeah. So I don't think, it's impossible for me to, share the whole experience. But in a capsule, if I say, uh, my life has changed actually. The way I used to think, the way I used to see the things, the way I used to, carry forward my attitude कि ये ऐसा होना चाहिए, ऐसा होना चाहिए, because since childhood and since the society and the culture we live in, we have been taught into a monologue or in a single tone, right? कि
Hmm.
यही सच है, यही झूठ है, यही मानो, ये this is black and this is white. And then, when you can go actually inside the grayish area and you can figure out the meaning there, I think there, that is where the coaching is. So if I continue from my first session, the discovery call, and after the consequent calls, I remember clearly that you told me one thing, that uh, that I am the driver of my own car and you are the navigator, right? And in my whole journey, you are with me as a as a co-pilot or the co-driver, but the steering is always in my hand. You'll never touch the steering, you'll never touch the gear. I have to decide the speed, I have to decide the direction, I have to decide everything. You're just the navigator, and that was the thing which actually opened my eyes, because as everyone, or as many people, I thought that as a coach you'll just tell me, "Nee, Parth, you are doing this wrong, that's right, just do this, do that," like everyone, right? Like your friends, your colleagues, advice
Yeah.
देने के लिए बहुत लोग हैं. But to actually tell you कि आप अपने से करो, मैं हूँ साथ में, that is actually something which I didn't expect, right? Because you pay money and then someone asks you to do the things all by yourself. I didn't understood that idea, right? So I got confused कि अरे ये क्या हो रहा है. So that's the point actually when I thought कि I think something different is going to happen. So that's the first few steps of the journey. And
Yeah.
after that, if I remember, also you told me to give, you told me that your whole life and your whole career is a jigsaw puzzle,
Yeah.
and we have to go through it, like to the jigsaw puzzle one piece at a time. And after you figure out the single pieces of the jigsaw puzzle, when you have the clarity of the every pieces of the jigsaw puzzle, you can put together a picture and then you can see the complete picture. And it did happen actually. So that was a turning point of my life and my turning point of my career. So yeah, it was a great
Okay.
journey which I remember these two things.
Yeah, I mean, eh, you took me back to that time when we had our first conversation, and yes, and and I'm glad that you remember those examples that I gave you. Like, you are in the driver's seat of your life, you are in the driver's seat of your career journey. This is something that I say to everyone, and that is true, because uh, you can have a coach, you can have a mentor, but you will have to do things uh, to make a difference to your life and your career. And what will work best for you, only you can decide. A
Exactly.
coach, a guide, a mentor can show you the path, can show you the possibilities,
Mm.
can help you remove the obstacles, but ultimately you are in charge of your career. And till the time that happens, jab tak one doesn't take responsibility and complete charge of their own career, there is not much change that is going to happen in their
Exactly.
career, right? And I'm very glad that you got it, the very first time. And since then, I see that you have done so many things during the coaching journey. And since you mentioned the jigsaw puzzle, right? So, do you remember any specific pieces of the jigsaw
I
which you
do.
can which you can still remember and which you found useful?
If I remember correctly, there were like 8, 9 elements, single elements in the jigsaw puzzle. Some were like your career journey, your skill, my skills, my achievements, then my weaknesses, my strong points, my needs, my resources, and I think the last one is my wiser self, which I cannot cheat myself. Yeah. So while going from one pieces to another, somewhere in my subconscious mind I already knew that. But and I already told you that obviously I knew that ki ye main hu. But to put it in a piece of paper and keep it in front of you that ye aap ho, it's like looking at a mirror every time. And someone is making you look at a mirror for a complete 1 hour. Generally हम लोग जब तैयार होते हैं तब क्या करते हैं, like hardly 5 minutes, 2 minutes, just brush कर लिया, save कर लिया, right? But constantly looking at a mirror for 1 hour every time, then you figure out the small holes, the small hairs, everything in your face. So that's what's happened actually with me.
Right.
Yeah, you made me put everything into piece of paper. आपके सामने लगा दिया कि ये आप हो, इससे आप भाग नहीं सकते. So
Yeah.
that's the turning point. Yeah, again.
Right. As you rightly mentioned, right, looking into the mirror.
Hmm.
So every coaching session is like looking into the mirror, and with very specific data points. So that
Exactly.
is a very good metaphor that you used, Parth. And all of these elements, as you said, career journey, your skills, your strengths, your values, also your personality, these are also achievements. These are all different pieces which make you aware of yourself in a great way. So that self awareness is enhanced, and as you rightly put it, like looking into the mirror, and that too, for 1 hour, like every coaching session, and
Exactly.
we do brainstorming around that.
Hmm.
So now, based on this clarity,
Hmm.
based on this self awareness, can you recall what were some of the different actions that you took, like which you had never taken before? ऐसा कुछ हुआ था?
Uh, if I remember correctly, the second or third session, I think you told me to make a table, a small table of the thing, or and the headings of the table. I mean, you told me to divide the table into three columns. Must have elements, and don't want elements, and also nice to have elements. So, my whole career or my whole life wise, I have divided my life choices according to these three tables. And as you said, must have elements is the elements where you cannot compromise, you need those elements till you die. And the don't have elements where the elements where you cannot you don't want those elements anyway, you cannot compromise on those elements. And whenever those elements will come to your life, you'll feel all the negative, you just throw them out. And nice to have elements is like the medium ones, like agar hoga tab bhi theek hai, agar nahi hoga tab bhi theek hai. So
Yeah,
I think I wrote, I just wrote it down. So if I can share, in must have elements I wrote 2 3 points, like financial freedom, free time for myself, work satisfaction. And in nice to have elements I wrote, I think it's like like free time for myself for travel blogging, and
hmm,
also I want to be an entrepreneur, full-time entrepreneur. And in don't have elements I wrote, like I don't want long working hours, I don't like formal clothes. You just told me to write my heart out, and I did. So I didn't like skipping from one job to another, formal clothes, formal attire,
yeah,
going to office every day. So then, since I put it into columns, and then you told me that now, Park, you have to throw the do not have elements just out of your picture, and you cannot take them back at any chance. So yeah, so I did that. And when I did that, then I knew that yes, ये जो formal attire है, ये जो for example a formal attire है, long working hours. So I don't fit myself in to work in a MNC.
hmm,
Maybe it's a job in Google or it's a job in Amazon or Apple.com. मेरे से नहीं होगा ये, because I'm not that kind of a person. So लाइफ में मैं कभी भी और कभी एमएनसी या कोई बड़े टेक कंपनी में काम करने का सोचूंगा ही नहीं. चाहे सैलरी मेरा हाई हो या मेरा बॉस मेरा खुद का पापा हो, फॉर एग्जांपल, आई कैन नॉट वर्क देयर. सो एज
right,
सिंपल एज दैट.
right.
सो आई रिमेम्बर करेक्टली दैट पार्ट, इफ इट मेक्स सेंस.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I can see that you got clarity about what are the things that are important to you.
हम्म.
Like freedom is important to you.
हम्म.
Like you said, creativity is important for you.
हम्म.
And then some of the things which you cannot resonate with, like I know you have worked in hospitality for many years, and you were wearing these formal clothes, wearing a formal smile also along with clothes,
Clean shave, clean shave.
clean shaven, and I have not seen you clean shaven for a long time now, right?
Exactly.
So these are small things, but which mean a lot to you personally,
Yeah.
right? This is exactly what career transformation also means, because career transformation is, people think that, oh, somebody has become like a Mark Zuckerberg. No, I
Hmm.
mean, one can become a Mark Zuckerberg, but
Hmm.
I think career reinvention or career transformation starts with small things. Think first
Exactly.
of all, getting clarity about what you want, what and what you don't want also.
Exactly.
So things like that. So now, based on that clarity, now, uh, so where are you now in your journey now? Like, what is the way forward looks like to you now?
Okay. So, as I told you also, you know, uh, to in between this, I want to say that you also gave me a map chart of job where you have some realistic job, conventional jobs, then social jobs and all, and where do I fit in, an exercise. And then after completing that exercise, I got the the job pattern which I was looking for, or the field in which I'll be more suitable, and also some misconception which I had about myself and the fact which I thought to be true were all moved into a one direction, and I got a complete picture. So with all those, I felt ki, since I already was teaching to students from last 2 3 years, and I still do sometimes, they call me
Hmm.
the hospitality institutes, and also as I'm working as a like part-time assistant now, I go to the extreme corners of Northeast and also in Guwahati and Assam, to take exams for students. So I feel that I can also be a coach. It's not that you told me. I felt ki I can be a coach where I can help students in their early careers, where as in India, where after class 10 there's a typical mentality of like parents that बच्चे को science ही लेना है because in class 10th exam he has scored 95,
Yeah,
and if he says no, I want to take arts, like कैसे हो गया ये, क्यों क्यों हो गया, and all the
yeah,
society just judge them. And also, as you know that in India, doctors and engineers, in a year I think there are 5 or 6 lakh engineers and doctors who pass out every year from all the different colleges across, and
yes,
I don't think that 100% jobs are created, right? And most of them also do engineering or medical because of their peer pressure or parents pressure.
yeah,
And most of the successful stand-up comedians, or forget stand-up comedians, you're also an engineer, right, if I'm not
yes,
wrong? And
yes,
after working for 18 years, you finally figure out नहीं मुझे को यही करना है, right?
yeah,
So engineering
yeah,
was, I feel that it's not your choice in your subconscious mind, but at that time options नहीं थे, और पता नहीं था कि क्या करना है, और पेरेंट्स जो बोलते थे हाँ यही ठीक है चलो. So
right,
I thought that ki nahi, to students who have just passed out graduation from any field, and for the students who have just passed their 10th or 12th, I can help them in a way because I have also gone through the
yeah,
stage just recently, like 10 years पहले मैं उस stage में था. So
yeah,
I think I can understand them, and if I can make the starting or the base point right, तो ऐसा नहीं होगा कि लोग 15-20 साल बाद जाके रियलाइज करेंगे, तभी वो लोग रियलाइज करेंगे तो अभी 40-50 तक वो लोग बहुत एक्सेल कर जाएंगे. मतलब हम लोग के टाइम पे मुझे 30-35 में याद आया, आपके टाइम पे 40-50 45-50 में याद आया. So I think it was late for us,
yeah,
right? So
yeah,
that's why I think I have to if I can regulate the starting point of their journey, I think they don't need to look back. So that's what I
wonderful.
was thinking. Yeah.
Wonderful. So inspiring part. And it is absolutely true that if, young people can get career direction
Mm,
early on
mm,
in their life, they can follow their heart, they can follow their passion, and they can be
exactly.
great, they can be great at that. And that is what is going to make them successful and happy both. Right, so as you said, in my case, I realized my calling at the age of 39, 40,
Mm,
right? And I'm doing it for the last 7 years now, so I'm happy. But yes, if if people can get it earlier in their life, like in your case, like in 30s or early
mm,
30s,
mm.
if people can get that in their early 20s, it's
See,
even better, right? So they can
exactly.
actually transform or create a career that
Mm,
which is both fulfilling, bring them success and happiness, everything. So fantastic. So Parth, before we complete our conversation, so what is your one message for people who are in some ways struggling in their career, or those who are looking for direction, or those who are feeling stuck or anything like that? What is one message based on your own personal journey that you would like to share with them?
okay. So, if someone is stuck in their career, maybe in your early career or in your mid careers, like after working 10-15 years of their life, they're stuck and they're thinking about how to run a family, how to follow their passion, और ये नहीं हो रहा है, या प्रमोशन नहीं हो रहा है, या बॉस ठीक से बिहेव नहीं कर रहा है, क्या करूँ, हर जॉब में ऐसा ही होता है, anything. So I feel that, since in my case also, don't expect the unexpected in coaching, because in coaching the coach won't tell you what to do, how to do, never. You have to do everything by yourself. Only the coach will tell you, or rather they will make you see the entire map कि ये आप हो. The coach will just hold the mirror in front of your face, and you have to just tell him that, sir, I have a suppose, sir, like I have a pimple in my nose, or I have a pimple in my ear, or something kind of like that, because the coach will not tell you where to go, how to go, what to do. He will just show you that this is the true reflection of yourself. Now you decide what you want to do from here on. He will. I feel that all the doubts which we have, the doubts which the student or the people have with themselves, I think inside the subconscious mind they already know that what they want to do.
Hmm.
But somewhere down the line, I feel, they don't want to accept the truth. They don't want to accept themselves, because सच कोई सुनना नहीं चाहता. सच सुनाने वाले लोग बहुत कम है. And the coach will just show you the true reflection of yourself. This is you, and now you can do it from here on, because you have known yourself fully. And after, I feel that when you know yourself and you accept yourself completely, you don't have the fear of losing anything, or the fear of what people will say to you. So that's what I feel. So just go for it, and don't think twice. You just know yourself by the help of a coach.
Sure, Pat. So thank you for that message, and it was a pleasure talking to you as always.
Same, sir.
So thank you so much taking out time on Sunday, and wishing you all the very best for your
Thank you, sir.
journey ahead. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
have a great day. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.